Hey, Paisanos, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
We're the Mario Brothers, and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. If you think it's in trouble, you can call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers.
What is up, everybody? It is me, your good cup of Luigi. Today, I'm doing a kind of different video. Today's video won't be about the Game Boy, the original Game Boy right here, but it is predecessor, or its quote-unquote better one, the Game Boy Color. Now, mine didn't have a battery cover, has a little problems with it, but this isn't a review. It's just me talking about the differences and the similarities and which one I prefer. Now, start off with the bat. I prefer the Game Boy Color over the original, but if you're into the nostalgia and just feel like playing it on the original console, the Game Boy is still pretty good. But there's a problem with one of these consoles, and it would be with the Game Boy. The original Game Boy, if you don't know, has a weird screen effect, and it's a little weird. It'll be easier to see it if you play Mario Land 2 or just something like that with a lot of movement. You'll see there's like a shadow of Mario right behind Mario you're playing, and it's a little weird, but they fixed it on the Game Boy Color with a better screen. So I'll show you real quick what it is right now. Real quick, I'm gonna give you guys a better look at the consoles. The Game Boy Color. This is what it looks like. There's the volume over here. My link cable is completely destroyed, but I can fix that. You know, the buttons are in the same place. There's the power buttons on the right side over here, nothing. The battery cable, the battery pack I meant, the cartridge slot, and that's about it. Oh yeah, headphone jack and another jack or something. And as you can probably tell, it's a lot smaller than the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. Sorry about that, everyone. But anyways, as you can tell, the Game Boy Color is a little bit smaller than the original Game Boy. Now, as you can see, I have a light up here. It's just my window being open, so I can clearly play them. These both have the weird thing where you have to have a light shining on the screen to be able to see it better. But it's definitely easier to play than the Game Boy Color. But yeah, the buttons are the same space, same area. But what you'll notice is there's a contrast button on here instead of a volume button. It changes how dark or how dim, or basically it's harder to see or easier to see. It just makes it easier so you can, oh hey, it's a bit too dark for me, let me turn up the contrast so I can see it. Another weird little port that's normally in the bottom. The headphone jack's still down here. This actually has the battery cover, cartridge slot at the top, volume, a link cable, and up here is where the power switch is, whereas on the Game Boy Color it's on the side over here. So let's take a look at both consoles playing the same games in the same spots. Let's go. The only two decent Game Boy games I have is Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins, and Pokemon Red. So I'm gonna start it off with Mario Land 2 because it's easier to see the weird thing on the original Game Boy. These are both original Game Boy games, and with the Game Boy Color, you're able to play Game Boy games and Game Boy Color games in color. With the original Game Boy, I don't know, because I don't own any Game Boy Color games. I don't have Pokemon Gold or anything like that. So, without further ado, let's actually get into this video truthfully. First up is the Game Boy. So let's turn it on, and whoops. Let me turn up the volume. Oh, let's get the demo running. So anyways, a little bit difference that you can notice a little bit is on the power, instead of it saying power, it says battery. You cannot see that at all, but it'll say battery on here and nothing on the sides of it. Whereas on the Game Boy Color, it says power, which you can vaguely see, and it has little things on the sides of it. So here's a demo. It's hard to see it. Let me get it in the right position. Well, if you've ever played the Game Boy, you probably know it has a little bit of a shadowing effect, sort of. Oh god, this is weird to look at. But you know, it works at least, so you know the buttons, they still work. You know. Okay, I'm gonna play this with one hand, it's not gonna work. You see all the buttons work. It works. Good game, I'd recommend it. But my problem is it's a little big in the hands. I mean, it'll fit in the pocket, I believe. I have not actually tried that. Let me try that out. Well, the Game Boy definitely fits in the pocket. It's nice. But why have it so big when you can just make it smaller and easier to fit in your pockets? And not the Game Boy Pocket, no. But yeah, as you can tell, the Game Boy Color is a lot smaller, like noticeably smaller than the original Game Boy. A lot more, less bulk than the Game Boy. That's gonna be hard to see this real quick. It's noticeably thinner, and there's not weird things up here at the cartridge slots on the Color, unlike the Game Boy. So, let's check out the Game Boy Color real quick. I also noticed the Game Boy Color is a lot less heavier than the Game Boy. Probably because this thing's a lot bigger, so it has more mass, and in theory, it is more weight. So, let's check her out. There's a different load-up screen. Ah, jeez. What's going on my laptop? Okay. Now, you can see the color, right? Yeah, it makes it, and also it's easier to see it too. So that's nice. Yeah, there, it's easier to see it. And boom, it's actually pretty easy to see it now. You can actually sort of see what's going on in here. And the nice thing, I will show you. Of course, all the buttons work. Oh boy, when we get into the actual. This is gonna be. This is gonna be so weird playing out like this. Nope, it's the down button. Playing it with one hand's certainly a challenge. But yeah, it works. The only problem I got with my Game Boy Color is the. Sorry about that. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the only problem I have is the speaker is a little weird. But other than that, it works, and it runs it better than the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. I keep trying to say something else like Color, but it's not a Color, it's just the regular Game Boy. But there's one game I forgot about. Pokemon Red. Like I said, this is not a review of these games or these consoles, it's just my opinions on on the consoles. So I'm not bashing the Game Boy. It was the console, it was the first one I had, and then I got the Game Boy Color, which I got this the other day, and this I've had for almost a year. So I'm not bashing the Game Boy, I'm just saying I prefer the Color over the original Game Boy. So let's pop this bad boy in and give her a look. Okay, I decided to turn on a flash so I can get a look at the color, at the screen better. So yeah, different boot up screen. Game Freak, yeah, you know. It's weird seeing this game not in color. Don't sue me. Please, Game Freak, do not copyright this video. Okay, good. As long as we turn it down, they can't copyright me. Okay, you know. So, you know, a couple of each. That's my account. That's my save. Where am I at? It's a ship? No, it's a gym. Okay. Yeah, it has a little bit of a, I can't actually see the thing that I had on Mario Land, at least not that easily. But let us take it over to the color. If I can turn this off with one hand. Yep, I'm a beast. Okay, let's go. As you can tell, it's easier to actually hold this thing in one hand. Let's go. Oh wait, Game Freak, don't sue me. Turn it down so I don't get copyright. I mean, there's one problem with the Game Boy Color, like a big one anyways, is that the screen is smaller. But I can deal with it. Couple of each, you know, same thing. Same place. Runs, like, it looks a lot better. Looks a lot better than the original Game Boy. But yeah, I mean, that's what you expect. Sorry. That's what you expect when you get a new console, like a new handheld from Nintendo. They usually put more time and effort in it than most companies do. But yeah, that's just, I think, hold on, let me get my thoughts while I have the pictures, while I have these things sitting up here on the laptop, on the old lappy. Well, I'm not bashing any of these consoles, actually. I both really like and love both of these. I've spent more time on this than I have on this because I've owned this more than I have the Game Boy Color. But I'm going to say, if you want to get into the retro handheld market, and you just want to get into it, I think the Game Boy Color is a good fit because it plays every single Game Boy game. But most of them run in color, I think. Maybe all of them actually run in color. I don't know. But this here, this is I mean, it's a lot more smaller. It fits in the pocket easier. It's a lot better, and I think it's cheaper, maybe? I don't know. But if it's not, then just save up a couple more bucks and buy this, because this will pay off a lot more than this does. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Smash the like button, because I said so, and if you liked it, I'm not gonna tell you to. I'm not one of those guys who's like, give me money, give me likes. Go away, Microsoft. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then good. I hope my time was worth wasting yours. And if you didn't enjoy it, well, I might have a video that you might like. That you could click down below, not down below, on my channel. Ooh, go check out a random video if you want. One of my newer videos, because I think those are a lot more quality than some of the older ones, which are not very good. But who cares? If you want to check out any of those videos, it's good. Yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.